Hey guys, CezPresents, and this is the breakdown for Liwa Top Dog. So, I'll preview the track so you can have a quick listen.
Living through the war, I'm a survivor, not a part-timer. You shorties on my line, I might wife her and I might not. But she said she love it when I pipe down. I might back shots, blow her back like Al-Qaeda. The sex like tennis, put down the Hennessy. Have your old pum lick.
It's got like a hip-hop, R&B type feeling. Yeah, so initially we heard this loop and yeah, we just went ballistic. Like, I'll be honest, the loop was just cold. It's a marimba loop and it's quite bright, so it's like summery, but at the same time it brings, I don't know, it brings a bit of an edge to it. So it's this, and that was on Splice. Literally, it was just on Splice. Heard this loop and I was like, yeah, this is making sense. He was just like, nah, bro, duh. So yeah, once we got the loops, we said, cool, drums. With that being said, started off with this little hat loop I found. I said, cool, this has inspired me because it's got the rolls and it's already got the open hat. So I was just like, cool, that's what I would have added anyways. So I might as well just build around that. Rim shots, so a higher one on top of the low one. So it's more detailed basically. So got that, then the kicks. And give it just a hip-hop bounce, you get what I mean, like that proper skippiness. And then pretty much for the drums, that is pretty much it for the drums. There isn't too much. Even later on in the song, I didn't alternate the drums too much. I did some variations, but it's just like muting a kick or two, you get me, just to make sure it's not the same all the time. So with that being said, we got that down, and then the sub bass. So in this section here, and the sub bass I used on Triton, it was like a square lead, no, like a saw lead, sorry. So it's quite fat. Yeah, so once started doing the bass, they're cool. Makoto, I love my Asian instruments. I feel like they have a nice sound. I just like it. Added a koto to it, which is with the pizzicato strings. And yeah, pizzicato strings spaced it out, just made it proper reverby. I kind of tried to emulate the whole orchestra thing. So yeah. And then some staccato, which I feel like brings life to the verse, because what it does is it's in the pocket that almost no instrument's hitting. So it's just. So yeah. So kept it simple there, and then for the chorus, there wasn't much. There was a lot taken out, to be honest, for the first half, but all that was added, I'd say, is literally another octave for the pizzicato. So the lower octave. And shout out my boy Powers for adding this boss pattern here. Just simple, adds edge to it as well. So he did that.
I'm up and I got it going on. And the shoogies wanna back then I was a pop, now I'll be a top dog.
There was also a mono lead, I forgot to mention last but not least. But it was also through Powers. It's like an R&B lead. It's like a sine wave, but yeah, we just like distorted it, added a bit of delay, a bit of reverb, not too much, but like, yeah, just to give it a different sound.
Right back in it, my cock pop, eye gal, you want my spinach? Are you trying to climax up?
So it just adds that bubbliness, like that brightness to it, really. Because without the effects, like it was just sounding too dull, like. So with it, it just gives it some life, you know. And that was pretty much the instrumental. It was pretty easy session for the instrumental. Just literally one session, created it, banged, started writing there and then. And for the vocals, it wasn't really too much. I just based it around this this preset, and I feel like that it really gives it like it's a patterned way to go around controlling. And by pattern, I just mean you're very organized in the sense of you don't need to go on this plugin and that plugin. It's just step by step. If something's wrong, you can pretty much, all right, cool. Yeah, probably this step. So with that being said,
Bad B looking mad hot in a crop top. She one fuck. Told her that I can't.
I did DSR at the start because in case they're harsh, they might. You never know. They could just say the S's quite harshly. It could sound a bit fuzzy. The recording. Start with that. Then I like to subtract. I will subtract on the EQ just all the sounds that I also think, not just the S's, but what else I think is overpowering. So,
drop down, give me slop. Tell my cock flop, the plug flop. So I hit the rock in my right sock, the up. Trying to ride off, got dropped in his high top.
Then I'll usually set like a constant level, like almost like a vocal rider. So I'll just set a level where I want it to pretty much not pass, whether it's too loud or even whether it's too low. I want it to just reach that threshold when I start pushing it up, because I don't want it to like overpower anything. You want it pretty much constant, I guess. So with that being said,
brother got blam, blicky fucked his whole life up. Brethren got knifed up, these YGs too hyper.
Just some small EQ on top of it. It's very accurate, and that's why I love it, because like, and any knob you change, something's changing. Like that's why I like it. It's very effective. So add some SSL, added a bit of brightness to it, took a bit of the bass out because it was quite powerful. CLA vocals, same as well. I more or less control the bass and treble with this, but I leave the compression. I turn it down, but I leave it on because I like the sound compression gives. I feel like it gives it it gives life to it. It's almost like in your face when it has a bit of compression. So.
And I might back shots, blow back like Al Qaeda. The sex like tennis, put down the Hennessy.
And then CLA 76, I use it for amplitude. Just bring up the volume. Because you pretty much started molding it, making it sound nice. You just want to crank it up now. Yeah, I'd use this. It's nice. Does what you want. Yeah.
Have your old palm looking blemished. Won't stop till I finish with this. One night stand, you'll remember me.
And after all that process and everything you've been doing, DS it one more time. Just to like clear up the overall rubbish. Let's just say all the S's, the harshness, this, that. Because you've been adding so much. So there's going to be some stuff leaking there.
Oh, you can't go another minute, back it out, then I'm right back in it. My cock pop, I gal, you want my spinach. Are you trying to climax? I'm still climbing it.
And after this compressor, reduction on the peak frequencies. Now, this one here, yeah, it's very important because every song is different, every artist is different. So when you're doing this, there's not really what I believe at least, there's not a fixed way of doing it like every frequency, like all the time it will be 525 or something. I don't believe that because everything's different, song, sound, whatever. So I've gone through his vocal and pretty much turned down.
Still piping it. Said you heard wifey, but you ain't riding it.
So that there is one of his peaking frequencies. So I'll turn that down, for example. And he might have a harsh, I don't know, like.
No cat, I'ma give it some dick tonight. Hitting the ribs tonight.
Like the whistly sound in his voice. So we turn that down, and it's different with everyone. So yeah, if you don't do it, just try. Anywho, last but not least, Exciter. Just add some sheen to it. Yeah, make him sound not too deep, dull, not filtered, because we've been doing a lot of subtracting and whatnot. And then yeah, the two other EQs would just be subtracting some peak frequencies, but very lightly, because you don't want to remove the quality. And then once you've done all of that, yeah, I'll run you through the verse quick.
Said you heard wifey, but you ain't riding it, no cat. I'ma give it some dick tonight. Hitting the ribs tonight. All up in her bits in my crib tonight. And she love how I live this life. How did it get this nice? Cause back when I was younger, I was down. And now I'm up and I got it going on. And And the shorties wanna back then I was a pop, now I be a top dog down.
And that's the breakdown for Liwa, Top Dog, produced by myself, CezPresents. Yeah, follow us on all socials. Follow VixMix Studios on Instagram, Twitter. Follow myself, CezPresents, Instagram, Twitter. And yeah, stay tuned.